this easy work boxing. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more of the videos. The title of this video is Adrien Broner Afraid of the 147-pound division as of right now? Now look at Mr. Adrien Broner, 33-4, 24 KOs. You know, he got his losses to Manny Pacquiao, Sean Porter, Marcos Maidana, Mikey Garcia. Had a draw with Jesse Vargas. Also fought Jesse Vargas at 147 and Adrien Granados at 147. So for those who gonna come in and say, hey, you know, he has fought at 147, I know that. He has fought at 147. That's why I said the 147 division right now. Now, he boxes under, what I saw on BoxRec was welterweight. But as you all seen in his last video when he was talking about Regis Prograis, he said that he was gonna come and dominate 140. Now I'm wondering, why is it that a man who has went up at 147, who has won a title at 147, still speaking about 140 and fighters at 140, speaking and saying that Regis Prograis is garbage and he would whoop Jose Ramirez's ass and things of that nature, but those are 140-pound fighters. Why are you not talking about the 147 division? Because as we all know, if you don't know, Adrien Broner created a whole weight division himself. He started 144, you know, and was fighting fighters at 144. Sean Porter at 144 and still lost to Sean Porter at 144. I'm starting to believe that it's a syndrome going on with Adrien Broner in his mind that he don't like 144. And if you saw what happened between him and Marcos Maidana, which is a fight that they told him not to take, which he shouldn't have took, because in my belief, from me watching the Paulie Malignaggi fight, when he went and won the first title at 147, the WBA title, I knew he wasn't ready for a top elite 147-pound fight. And that was due to the fact he was pillow-fisted that fight. The punches he was landing on Paulie should have stopped Paulie if he was a true 147-pound fighter. So I knew, and from the first beginning of the fight where Paulie brought to him that he wasn't ready. He still did a good job. He still looked good, but I'm saying, I knew he didn't have the power to go out there and compete with an elite 147 pounder. But he has never called out Errol Spence due to the fact, we all know, if you ain't heard, Errol Spence supposedly dropped him, knocked him out, made him cry, actually, from what I heard, in sparring. He has never called out Errol Spence, a present 147-pound fighter. Has never, ever mentioned fighting Terrence Crawford, a present 147-pound fighter. Now here go one situation that came to play. Him and Keith Thurman. Now, before this situation happened, before Keith Thurman ever mentioned Adrien Broner's name in a negative way, or if Adrien Broner felt it was a negative way, he never called out Keith Thurman. The beef that's been going on between them two now is the fact that Keith Thurman lost to Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner lost to him, but Adrien Broner, in my opinion, looked better. And I'm a Keith Thurman fan to the fullest. I'm not being biased. I'm a Keith Thurman fan to the fullest, but Adrien looked way better. He didn't get knocked down. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get hurt for real in the fight, so I got to give that to Adrien. So this fight right here with Keith Thurman, a lot of people gonna say, oh, well, he want to fight Keith Thurman, but he hasn't fought Keith Thurman. So before you come in and comment and say that, yeah, they talking smack to each other right now, but he hasn't fought Keith Thurman. The question is, will he fight Keith Thurman? Sean Porter, present 147-pounder right now. Fought him before at 144, still beat him. Do you think he want to fight Sean Porter again at 147? Even though he had a spectacular knockdown of Sean Porter in the 12th round, do you think he want that problem at 147, at the natural 147 weight? When he got did like that at 144, when Sean Porter, you know, is a big fighter, was drained, you think he want them problems? No, he's just not. He don't want those problems at 147. And that's where I had to entitle this video, Is Broner Afraid of 147? You know, you speaking on 140, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna dominate 140. Broner, it's obvious that you are not at 140 anymore. you fighting people at 144, which means your body is not able to keep dropping down to 140. You gave up a belt on the scales because you had a pound and a half, or you was a pound and a half over at 140. So stop trying to make 140 when you can't make it and just move up. The question is, are you afraid of fighters that are there right now? And like I said, he hasn't called any of these fighters out besides Keith Thurman. And that's due to the fact of Keith Thurman talking negative towards him. But Ricky Prograis and Jose Ramirez never said anything negative about you, don't talk bad about you, and yet you over there trying to pick on 140 pounders. You see what I'm saying? And people who know boxing know that if he even was to make one of those fights at 140, the night of the fight, Adrien Broner gonna come in past 147. You see what I'm saying? So it's still an advantage in his way of dropping down to 140. The question still is, can Adrien Broner make 140? And I don't think he can make 140. I mean, he could try his best, but that's a chance of even losing still, dropping so much weight that you know you can't. You go in there, you looking sluggish like a humming mongal or somebody. You see what I'm saying? So he shouldn't be speaking of 140 anymore. It's time to move up. I think the problem is that it's heavy hitters at 147. It's heavy hitters at 147. And he don't want them problems, man. I think Broner is afraid of fighting at 147. A man of his caliber, a 4-time champion, has fought at 147, has fought Vargas, Granados at 147. Why is it that he is not saying he wants to go and dominate the 147-pound division like he always said he wanted to do the 140? He has never said, I want to go and take all belts at 147. Is it a frame of mind of his, a phobia to go and fight a legitimate fighter at 147 at this point? And that's the question I'm just asking everybody. That's why I want people to leave their comments and let me know how you feel about it. Because to me, I don't think he wants it. You know, he'll fight Adrien Granados or Jesse Vargas, but even in those fights, were both really, one was a draw and one everybody felt he lost. I felt he lost to Vargas. I know he did good in the late rounds. He came and put on a good show in the late rounds, but that still wasn't enough for the rounds that Vargas had won. I feel he lost to Vargas at 147. I feel he lost to, he had a draw with Adrien Granados at 147. People thought Adrien Granados won that fight too, so it's not looking good for him at 147 just because he's fought at 147. And if you got a smart team, your team should know, like, bro, every time we go to 147, you can have them problems. You know, with Granados, you know, a good team, a good trainer will tell him, you know, hey, we need to stay at 140. You know, if that's what we gonna do, because every time we go to 147, you have a difficult fight or you losing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want a title, that don't mean you're supposed to stay there. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board and go down to 140. But in my opinion, I think Adrien Broner don't want no smoke with the fighters at 147. The Keith Thurmans, the Errol Spence, the Terrence Crawfords, the Sean Porters, the Ugases, and whoever else stands up there. You know, that's just my opinion. You have your own opinion. But to me, it seems like he's afraid of the 147 division. But this is Easy Work Boxing. Thank y'all for y'all time. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you want to donate to the channel, go to username, go to About You, see the PayPal donate. I would truly appreciate it. I want you to enjoy yourself this weekend. Tune in to more of the videos. This is Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.